Great morning, super fantastic morning. I am Shay Wilson, thinking big, living bigger, and loving the biggest. Happy Monday. Happy post Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Happy day. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let's rock it. This is ShayShift talking about spiritually fit and love this morning, spiritually fit and relationships this morning. Oh, it's one of my favorite topics. One of my favorite topics, because this is one of the things that really drew me and had me studying what and how do we love from a person that is trying to be more spiritual, trying to be the best that they can be, trying to master their lives, trying to be all of that. So come on in. Good morning. Hit me up with a comment. I am trying to make sure if I don't talk back with you, just know I will hit you back soon as we finish. We talking about it. How was your weekend? My weekend was pretty dope. My weekend was pretty good. I just had a great weekend with new experiences, new friends. It was just great. I woke up this morning, didn't have that much sleep, but I woke up, listen, Matt wanting to master this day, to have a great day. But we want to talk about being spiritually fit in love, being spiritually fit and in relationships. And I heard this quote this weekend, and it was from Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he was talking about relationships. He said it should be easy. And the reason why it should be easy was that one person brings their best and works on themselves. The other person brings their best and works on themselves. And you come together and you have fun and you do that. And he said it should be easy. And I was like, that's pretty, I like his thought process on that for sure. I said, well, is it really that easy? And I really am firmly a believer that it is really that easy when you take your focus, and what I tell all my clients that I work with, off of what the other person is not doing or doing, and really make it about who you are, how you want to move in your relationship in life, what you desire in your relationship in life, and then go from there. But what happens inevitably when we start having issues, that we're looking at the other person, desiring them to be something that they are not at that moment, desiring them to move a certain way, and they are not, and therein starts the conflict. And here it is. When you really look at it, it comes back to, what are my needs? And how do I get those needs met by me? And that's why I love what he said, was that I work on me being the best that I can be. They work on them being the best that they can be. We come together. Now we're coming together. We already fulfilled. We already, we already got a rhythm and a groove. And then we come into it walking together. Does anybody, how many feel me on that? How many move with that? How many resonate with that? And listen, it's easier said than done. But when we're talking about being spiritually fit, when we're talking about us, it's you versus you always. It's you and the God of your understanding always. It is that, and really discovering what you want in life, and at different phases in life and different ages in life, you want different. That's cool. But we tend to still want to make other people, and maybe it's just me. If it's just me, but listen, maybe I wanted other people to be a certain way so that I could be happy, and so that I could be good, and or they wanted me to be a certain way, and so that they could be good. And therein is the freedom part. Therein is the issue. If love is freedom, then people get to be who they are, and we love them anyway. If love has forgiveness, then even a something that they did allows us to forgive in love. But we tend to hold on to things. We tend to take score on what's not happening. We tend to bring up the past a lot, and there's no shame, no blame, no guilt on this, guys. I've been there. I've done that, and but what it really is me taking my focus off of them and putting it on God and what I need. God, what is it about me? What do I need here? I love this person. Whether it could be family and other friends too. Now listen, it could be family, close friends. It could be your children. Mainly though, what really gets us is our intimate relationships. And I say that all day long. Our intimate relationships grow us up. Our children, we have a thing of unconditional love with them. So they can run us hot as fire, but we have a tendency to forgive them because they're children. But our intimate partners who I think stretch us the most, have a tendency to really rub us wrong, and we have a tendency not to be able to forgive them. And there we go. Let's talk. Obviously, I'll try to see your comments. I had an issue last time with not seeing the comments until after. And so I'm trying to check out the comments. Don't worry, I will get it. If you hit me up on comments, just keep typing, and I will get it, make where I can see you and what we're doing here. Anyway, well, we got on that. What do we have on that? If you're bringing your best, I'm bringing my best, and we come into a relationship and we decide we're going to walk together. We committed to this thing. Like, we're not going to let days and things go by without us sitting down talking and saying, this is what I need. This is what I'm going to do for me. This is what I need to do. And I'm going to work, and I love you. I want to make this work. Let's go and go from there. That's big. Listen, when you have a lot of muddy water under the table, that we have, we unmet needs that we feel like they should be doing, and vice versa, then that's a hard conversation. That is a hard conversation. I mean, but my thing is this: I am so ready, and so Dr. Joe Dispenza said, I'm so ready to be in something where there's peace. And there's a groove and a rhythm with this thing. So I'm like, all right. So I'm thanking the universe for this topic this morning, because when we're talking about being spiritually fit, it's just like being in a gym. There's tweaks, there's things that you're not necessarily good at right off, but you keep stretching. Many times we get in relationship and we don't start working on the relationship until there is a problem. We don't start working on it until there's a whole bunch of stuff under it. And so for what I love, and so I want to encourage anyone that's having any type of issue right now, that it is really about you versus you asking the right questions of you sitting with the God of your understanding, saying, this is where I'm at in this part. Maybe it's, how can I forgive? How can I forgive myself? How can I forgive them? How do I move past this and staying with that? Not throwing out a lot of blame, not this is why I'm in this place, which can be a habit. Many times we have habits of ways how we move, and it's just time to, I tell myself, it's just time to grow up past that. I mean, I'm, may slip up a little bit with certain things, and I forgive myself, and then try again the next day to do better, to be better, to speak my words with the love and clarity, to go from there. And it's practice. Some of this stuff is practice, because as soon as we get upset, we fall back over here and we say things that are hurtful. And I dare say that when that hurt comes up, that is more about us than it is about them. But that, nevertheless, those words hurt anyway. Those words cannot be taken back. They hear it, they felt it in the energy you said it, and here we go. And so now when we get to a place when we're not really trying to reach, or we're not really going to the God of our understanding on a daily basis, because what you're going to do in as spiritual people and trying to grow up spiritually, this is a constant transformation. So we have to constantly reprogram our minds. I will always go back to a meditation piece or time in solitude for yourself, so that you can recenter yourself. It's not about the external world. I know we think we at the affect of that all the time, but it's not it. It is how we perceive what's happening. When we're unsteady within ourselves, we look to try to stabilize ourselves with other people. If they unsteady within themselves, then everybody unsteady, and we get to a place where we are upset. And come on with it. Come on with it. I love. If y'all don't know nothing else, I love. I love couples. I love seeing us happy. I love single people that are just in love with themselves, and just having a blast. But I absolutely believe that it starts with how we feel with ourselves, in ourselves, how we in relationship with the God of our understanding, with the universe, with source, how we dealt with woundedness and traumas from childhood. Have we dealt with those? How we move? Is it how we want to be? How we want to be in a relationship? Many times, how do we want to be? And love is courageous. Love is super courageous. Love is super courageous. Love is really selfishness. Love is selfless in a lot of ways. Love is not where you are a doormat. Love allows you to speak your words in safety, and from a place of just, listen, this is where I'm at, not from a place of anger or hostility or underlying. Energy never lies. I say that to people all day long now, because I've gotten really, really good at cleaning up my energy, and I really, really pick up on other people's energy. And so when we do that, it's just about really getting to a place of being honest with yourself. And that takes being intentional about sitting with yourself every day, and beginning to love on yourself from the inside out, reminding yourself how special you are, how much more than you are. What do you want? How does that look now? Ruminating more on thoughts and dreams and ideas and visions that excite and inspire you, even in the midst of other things, because that's what pulls us. Many times we effort and do things in the wrong energy. We effort and do things in the wrong energy, and then we wonder why the stuff come out sideways. And it's because we haven't settled ourselves before we opened our mouths. We haven't settled ourselves before we and haven't forgotten what we're resentful for 4 days ago. And so when I started off with that quote from Dr. Joe Dispenza, that he believes that the relationship should be easy when both people, whatever parties on the job, come in. I'm gonna work on me. And like I said, me versus me. They're going to work on them being the best that they can be. And then we're going to come together and walk. Because when we do that, and remember, you can come in and been together forever, and you've outgrown things. You've changed, and bodies change and all this. So you get to reinvent yourself, and how you reinvent yourself is all up to us. I find that fascinating. I find that interesting. I find that exciting that we can reinvent ourselves at any point and say, I want to be more loving. Well, how does love look? How does love move today? How does love move today? I love that. How does love move today? That pulls me to be better. That pulls me to try to be softer with my mother. Try to be softer and more kinder to not be dismissive. It moves me to practice that. And Lord knows I don't want to be that. And so if I don't want to be that way, then I'm gonna practice habits that support who I want to be today. And that is the love piece. When I work on me, my game gets tighter. It doesn't matter your response to me. But that's just feedback. That's feedback, positive and negative. Okay. After that, that's on me. I'm doing it because I want to be the best person I can be. And if I'm with you, I want to be the best person in a relationship for you as I'm walking for me. And so there we go. I love that. Now, this is just the beginning of this. This is just the beginning of this topic, spirituality and love, and what that looks like. Listen, first of all, I love to say that love is kind. point blank. We give ourselves excuses many times of acting crazy and talking crazy and don't want to say I'm sorry or apologize or and change that behavior. And so that's what I mean by spirituality helps you to grow up in areas that before you may have just thought that was okay and left it on the table. But we're not trying to hurt those that we love. We're trying to grow up and mature. And again, I go back to this spirituality and how we move in our relationships matters. It matters. We can continue to patch up wounds and walk with each other in love, or we can continue to create wounds with our words or what have you with those very people that we love the most. And so check this out. This is just the beginning. Spirituality, being spiritually fit and in love and relationships. It's all the things. We're going to get it fire. We're going to set it off. Share, comment. I'll get back with you. I'm excited about this topic. I love. I tell y'all that over and over again. I love supporting people in theirs, and I love being there. So, all right. Happy Monday. Let's rock this thing. I'm Shay Wilson, reminding you to think big, live bigger, and love the biggest. Boom. Let's go. Share, guys. Share, like, comment. I will get back with you for sure. Bye.